Hey everyone, welcome back. Lynn here. Today we are talking about parental alienation. So if this is your first time on my channel, again, my name is Lynn. Thank you so much for being here. I talk about parenting on my channel. I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. They are about 14 months apart. They are the almost Irish twins and I love them. I love being healthy and living a healthy, active lifestyle to give my children the best life possible. Unfortunately, being an alienated parent is part of my parenting journey, so it does get included on this channel. I try to keep these topics informative, lighthearted, and just right to the point, and I do it to help others. And I don't want anybody else to be in a situation that I am, and I know it happens. So today we are actually going to be talking about kind of some of the first signs of parental alienation and what you might be seeing. If you are a parent right now that is going through some kind of toxic separation with your ex-spouse or a partner or the father or mother of your child, and this also happens to beyond just mom and dads, this can happen to grandparents might take and alienate a child. The legal system, the justice system, whatever you want to call it, doesn't sound like justice to me, but obviously there's foster care issues. There's a whole slew of bad things that are involved in parental alienation, and we're going to be discussing some of those first signs today. Before I get too into it, I wanted to mention this book right here, Divorce Poison. I am going to have a link in the description for it. This book is written by Dr. Richard Warshack. It is so amazing. It's so informative. It's going to be kind of your guide and really help you understand and know that you're not alone if you are going through this. I highly recommend this book. It's excellent. Again, like I said, I'll put a link in the description so that you guys are able to find it. You can order it on Amazon Prime, so you can get it here in a couple days, okay? If you guys are an alienated parent, or if you're just a happy, loving parent, or whatever you want to call yourself, I would just be honored if you would join my community. And if you would like this video and please subscribe to this channel, please share it with others. Please comment below maybe what you're going through and maybe just some information help some of the other parents, or things that they might see, or maybe clarify or provide a little bit more details to some of the topics that we're going to be discussing today. So I also want you guys to know that April 25th every single year is Parental Alienation Awareness Day, and you are supposed to wear royal blue, so that is what I am wearing today, royal blue. I even got my nails royal blue. I am doing everything that I can to show my support of awareness because, again, I am an alienated parent of 2 amazing, beautiful, smart children, Oona and Killian, and I love them every single day, and every single piece of content that I make, every day I get up and go to work, it's actually for them. I am doing it because I love them so much, and I am working so hard to keep this normal, healthy, stable life because I really want them to be here and provide a home for them every single day. So I am an administrator of a very large parental alienation community on Facebook, and I actually asked my community recently to provide me with some examples of that beginning stages and what were those things that clued you in and you knew something was awry and you knew that something was starting to change in your relationship with your child, leading to parental alienation. And I had an overwhelmingly crazy response. Like, I got so many responses. So the first thing that I want to do right now is I actually want to read something that one of the parents posted earlier, and I asked her if I could share this, and she did give me her permission, but here's what she wrote, and it was kind of heartbreaking. In light of so many civil issues, I have to say this. Yeah, well, it's also hard to be an alienated parent and a child. You're ripped from protective parents' arms to live with your abusive and narcissistic other parent based off of false allegations and used as emotional leverage. The alienated parent is guilty until he or she is proven innocent. You're separated from your children that are being controlled by the monster that hurt you in every way. But since you got out of physical harm from them, now they terrorize you with your own children and you can't protect them. There is no justice in family court based on truths. Society will shun you because you must have done something wrong to your child. Your children will be damaged forever. Parental alienation is child abuse, and who's standing up for the children, parents, and entire sides of families that are being abused and tortured in plain sight? No one is the answer to that question. The suicide rate is astronomical for parents going through this that can't gain access to their children. I don't know how or when this will get any attention. I don't know of any group of people that are more downtrodden, dehumanized, and underrepresented in our nation. So, I mean, I don't want to get into other civil injustices. Obviously, we have a lot of issues, especially in America right now, where I'm located in the USA. And I just think that just the things that she said that really touched on parental alienation and the injustice and the being guilty until you can prove yourself innocent, that felt like a knife, like sliding into my chest. Like, it hurts. I don't want to get teary. Okay, anyway, yeah, so rough. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that my parents in my community have said that they started to see when they noticed that parental alienation began occurring to them. So I have got so many incredible answers, and I'm so thankful and grateful to all of you that responded to this. And I also I'm so grateful that you could share this with my community. So thank you guys so much. And I am so sorry to every single parent that is going through alienation. That is absolutely awful. My heart breaks for you and your children. So one of my parents made a list of some of the things that was happening to her. And here's what she said. Number 1, supervised visitation orders after false allegations. So that's huge. A lot of parents end up being forced into supervised visitations because the other parent made some kind of false claim against them. That is very common in our community. 2, she said, cancellations for phone calls and inconsistent schedules. Yeah, girl. Father involved in every single call or Skype call. I've had the same thing. When I was on a basis where I was speaking to my children, they were constantly monitored. Even now, when some of my family members are able to see them, my mom took a video for me of my daughter playing guitar for my mom and my grandfather. And every time, like, he just kept walking through, she would have to hide her phone. So, like, my whole video was like, daughter ignoring conversations to speak with the father. He would keep her busy or provide her with something more exciting, I guess, instead of the phone call. I'm totally not surprised. Number 4, she says, when I do get to see her, she is no longer open about communicating things that make her uncomfortable. She is scared to tell me things. The father is no longer putting you down on documents like things for school or dance or any kind of other things that the child's involved in. The meetings with the school have to involve the father, so mother cannot represent the parental unit. She says more often than not lately that she doesn't want to talk, although her father encourages that behavior and says, it's fine, just tell her you love her and bye. Father tells our daughter her home is Arizona and not Nebraska, and that the family loves her, and that the family that loves her is in Arizona. She's not allowed to speak with anyone besides myself and my soon-to-be stepson, but none of her other family. The few times she has been able to speak to her grandma or uncle, it has been very short or the call gets dropped. Yeah. Some of the things that this other parent says is that her children were saying these things. Mom, you're crazy. Dad says so. Dad says we can't tell you anything that happens at this house because it's none of your business. I don't think I love you anymore and I don't know why. That is crushing. Children saying things like, I'll be safer with him, the father. All you do is work. You don't care about us anymore. Here's another, this is a good example here. Every time he goes back to his mom's, she emails me a list of bad things he said about his stay and how he hates me. I've recently learned why he does this, and as he's told me, he feels his mom is sad we are in a nice house and she's in an apartment. He feels he needs to make her feel like he didn't enjoy his time with me to make her feel better. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. I've heard her yelling at him because he didn't call her before bed when I'm at my house. Even though I always have him talk to his mom when she asks or calls, she berates him if he didn't initiate it. He's 9 and he forgets. Big deal. She then tells him that it's because I'm a shitty dad. She's told him that I don't pay enough in child support, which I do pay $750 a month. Split summer care, after school care, pay for most of the sports and the activities, and still have him more than 48% of the time, and help her swap days, and almost too flexible with her schedule, but I do whatever it takes to make my son's life easier. She'll tell him I stole money from her, tells him my wife is a bad mom. No matter what I tell my son, he'll side with his mom, which I told him I get why he does this, because he doesn't want to betray her, or else she'll guilt trip him and be like, I'm done with you, just pack your shit and go live with your dad. It's awful. He's only 9. I have to bring back to baseline so many times. I hate that because I have to be PC, but I think deep down he believes me and he knows I can handle her drama, so he sides with her. He and I have a great relationship, but I fear that she will win one day by brainwashing him enough. Only thing I can do is be consistent and remind him that I want nothing more but happiness for his mom, since she makes it seem like I'm mean to her. Hearing stories on here helps me. It's definitely trying to stay ahead of it though, that's for sure. Man. My mom had all doors locked after my divorce and I went home. She was collaborating with the ex to keep the kids from me. She then made excuses all summer during my custody time as to why I couldn't see the children. He had sent them to her home instead of mine for visitation. You will definitely see that. That's also happened in my family, where your own family members may partner or gang up on you with your ex. It's absolutely disgusting, especially like, I can't speak for anybody, but in my case, I've never done anything wrong. I've never had a drug addiction. I've always been a working parent. I've always been the parent that provided for the family. My ex-husband still to this day doesn't work. Still doesn't freaking work. He's like 45 and I support him. But like my family, some members of my family have sided with my ex. They're just, they're in their 80s and it's just easier to manipulate, like my grandparents. And I don't know, he's a man. I guess that means that he's right. I don't really know. I stopped by my mother's house while she was at work to change my clothes and the phone rang. It was my ex-husband. They were in cahoots to take my son from me, and they did. That is probably not going to be the last comment on this thread that I read like that. This woman says, when I first separated, my husband would not encourage my daughter to spend time with me, but would let her choose whether or not she wanted to at 12 years of age. There was also an emotional incest going on. Yes, I'm so glad this woman said this. This is huge, this emotional incest. I'm not going to get too into it, but let's see what else she says. He would treat her like the adult and treat me like the child. Holy shit, I could have wrote that myself. Seriously. So emotional incest, it's like this really intense and inappropriate emotional bond. I know it says the word incest, it's not sexual, but it's almost like you make your child your partner. There could be a sexual thing going on as well in some stages. I really worry that this is going to be very heavily in my case. So yes, you would make like the child like your partner and then treat your ex like they are like subhuman or not an adult, and that you guys are like ganging up on them and they're so pathetic, or they're this or that. So I'm so glad that this woman brought that up. Brilliant. Okay, this one I already know. I was set up for a false allegation by a puzzling police call to calm things down. Over a staged argument that was nothing. The police report said nothing, but then immediately came the parenectomy, where my kids were put into a brainwashing with an aligned therapist hater that helped orchestrate all of this, telling others I had to have the police called on me and keeping my child away from me when I tried to see her. I have joint physical custody and my agreement said we were to talk by phone call daily. That call was blocked. The other parent called me and intimidatingly told me now I would be referred to by my first name by my child. I hate that shit too. No child should ever call you your first name, your mom or your dad. That is absolute unnatural and definitely brainwashing. He also says, my parental alienation was a set up by batterer parent and activist therapist orchestrating to brainwash my kids in sudden therapy. After a couple of months, the brainwashed child said to never contact her again. And these children think that they're coming to these conclusions on their own because they're so brainwashed. It's heart-throbbing. This person, I read this comment earlier and this just really hit me. He said, I could see it in my daughter's eyes. I could see there was something wrong. I didn't know what exactly, but there's something definitely wrong. They refused to call or text back. I started searching anywhere I could about what was wrong. I first picked up on PS and realized there's a ton of confusion surrounding it. Even picked up on Craig Childress, I'll link his book too, his book Foundations, and it was a play-by-play to what was going on in my life. This girl says, when I couldn't even see my daughter or stop in to say hi in person. This person says, when they started to not listen to anything I said, they blocked and twisted everything and always made it worse. When the phone calls went from excited to purposeful deadpan monotone when their mother was around. So yeah, of course they have to feed into this vision from the other parent that they're not excited to have a relationship with you, that they don't want to be speaking to you because it makes the other parent feel better. When the kids started calling their dad by his first name at age 6 and writing their mom's new husband's last name at the end of their name, shut up. Also at the same time, one kid mentioned that their dad only wanted to see them 2 times a month, and you know that's baloney, or that person wouldn't be in this group. They started playing t-ball and let it slip out, asked for a copy of the game schedule and were told no, that we didn't sign them up, discovering their dad was not listed on any school documents. Whoa. This woman says mine was quite insidious. STBX is a teacher, and while I worked, he and very young age 6 and forward daughter would leave and travel for weeks at a time. As teenage years began, it was often them against me in minor disagreements. He would subtly praise her whenever she was disrespectful of me. He spouseified her as his confidant by age 17. That's again that emotional incest that I was talking about. He talked to her about the desire for a divorce well before he talked to me. We separated a month before her 19th birthday. I now hear all the classic claims. I don't have a single good memory of you. It's only been 3 months of near no contact. He is using her now as his junior lawyer in his divorce. Shut up, that's ridiculous. His own attorney seems to think that's fine. No, it's not fine. Oh my God, you poor parents. Jeez Louise. Okay guys, so that was a clue into just some of what these parents were saying. I hope that it was informative to you and just kind of made you realize some of the situations that real parents that are alienated are in. Please feel free to share this video with your friends. I'd love to keep the discussion going about parental alienation. It is Parental Alienation Day 2021. It's a shitty day. Nobody wants to observe this day. My husband was joking with me. He's like, are we celebrating Parental Alienation Day? It's not celebration. We're observing it. We're raising awareness. It sucks. okay? It sucks to be an alienated parent. To everybody that is alienated, my heart is with you. I really understand how shitty everything is that you're going through, and it absolutely breaks my heart that I am not alone in this. I wish I was the only person on earth that had this story to share, and I'm not, and it's horrible. And thank you to my husband for always supporting me as an alienated parent.
Look at her curls. Look at my daughter's perfect curls.
Here is my non-alienated child, Kalina, who is very much a mommy's girl.
Everybody stay strong. I love you.
Thanks, babe. Love you. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Do you want to say hi or bye? My little curly curl. A little peach. Yeah, like I said, this is my daughter Kalina. She's obviously not alienated from me. I'm remarried with 2 new children, and now I have to breastfeed. Because I breastfed all my kids, including the alienated ones, till they were 2. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please go and check out my other videos. Please love yourself. Be easy on yourself. I'm thinking of you all, and I'm so sorry that you're in this situation. Take care, and I'm sending you all of my love and all of my best. Thank you. Bye.